Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Solomon Scott selections here for Wednesday, August 2nd. For again, today's play of the day. Quick recap what happened yesterday. We had a loss in the WNBA with Sophie Cunningham over 1.5 threes at minus 106 on FanDuel. Line closed to 128. Did not matter. Cunningham wasn't close, was in foul trouble the entire game. Barely played in general, and she ended up finishing, I believe, with 0 threes made. So not even close there. Look for a bounce back winner here on Wednesday. And for today's play of the day, going to go back to baseball. Going to look at a game between the Reds and the Cubs taking place at around 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And for this game, I'm going to take the total in this one. I'm going to go with the over 9.5 runs at minus 120 on FanDuel. Time recording of 12:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Covering why we're going to go with the over in this game. First reason, both teams offensively have been very good lately, as the Reds have scored at least 6 runs in 4 of their last 5 games. Meanwhile, the Cubs have been very good as well, as the Cubs have scored at least 5 runs in 8 of their last 10 games. So both teams offensively in pretty good form, and I think that should be a solid indicator that these teams are going to score a bunch of runs once again here on Wednesday after combining for 29 runs in the game on Tuesday. But to go through the actual pitching matchup here, you have Williamson pitching for Cincinnati, who's been pretty good lately in terms of ERA, but he does walk a lot of guys, and he did struggle against the Cubs earlier this season. Made one start against Chicago, and it was not a good one. 4 1/3, 4 earned runs, so we know the bullpen isn't very good either for Cincinnati. So I think the Cubs can generate a lot of scoring chances in this game. Meanwhile, you have Smiley pitching for Chicago, and he's been really bad for the last month and change. Last 6 appearances, 25 and a third innings pitched, 7 home runs allowed, and an 8.17 ERA. Simply put, he's not very good. I think Cincinnati has enough firepower to score a lot of runs against Smiley in the bullpen as well. But both pitchers in this matchup are lefties, which is important to mention because both offenses are good against lefties. Each team is top 12 in on base percentage against left-handed pitching. So I do have faith in both offenses to once again score some runs in this game. But to go through the actual weather report, since it is Wrigley, got to talk about the wind, and the wind should be benefiting the over pretty heavily because the wind is blowing out to left field at roughly 10 miles per hour, which should result in roughly a 24% increase in home runs and a 10% increase in runs. But since it's blowing out to left field and both pitchers are lefties, that does mean that both teams should probably stack their lineups with righties. So you should have a lot of potential home runs, and I do think as a result, you're going to see a lot of runs in this game. And that's not exactly a shocking prediction because you've seen a lot of runs when these teams have gotten together so far this season. This will be the 8th meeting in the head-to-head. 6 of the first 7 meetings this season have had at least 11 runs. So once again, when these teams get together, you tend to see some fireworks. Both pitchers do have some question marks. Williamson with the walks and Smiley with just his overall ineffectiveness for the last month. But both offenses are solid, and I do think with the wind blowing out, 9.5 is too low of a total, and I'm going to go with the over. Let's play that once again here for Wednesday, August 2nd is going to be on the Reds and Cubs over 9.5 runs at minus 120 on FanDuel. Bye, everyone.